We are focusing on the Jammu and Kashmir third phase of polling today, and in fact there's just an hour left for the people to come out and cast their vote. Let's take a look at what are the figures, the voter percentage up until now till 4 p.m. Ria, take us through the numbers.
All right, so voters continue to trickle in the polling station to decide the fate of 415 candidates. With Akhnur, it's 66.27% voter turnout that is being seen. In Bandipora, it's 48.75% voter turnout. It's Baramulla, it's 38.39% voter turnout we can see. In Bilawar, it's 62.74% voter turnout that we are seeing. In Cham, it's 68.31% voter turnout that has been recorded. In Gulmarg, it's 52.35% voter turnout. In Jammu East, it's 49.88% voter turnout that we are seeing. And this is the latest.
So those are the numbers. We also have, take a look at this. Ria, tell us, Jammu West, 47.18%.
47.18 voter turnout percentage that we are seeing till 3 p.m. that has been recorded. In Kathua, it's 61.21% voter turnout that we are seeing. And in Kupwara, it's 48.31% voter turnout that has been seen. And in Langate, it's 50.96% voter turnout till 3 p.m. In Arispura, it's 51.51% voter turnout that has been recorded. That has been till 3 p.m. In Samba, it's 62.45% voter turnout till 3 p.m. that has been seen. In Udhampur East, we can see 65.13% voter turnout. And meanwhile, the last one, Uri, it's 54.04% voter turnout that has been seen.
Those are the numbers. Let's quickly cut across to all my reporters who are on the ground covering the third phase of Jammu and Kashmir elections. Ajay Jandyal, he is in Raipur, Satwari polling station in Jammu division. Arzu Seth is in Devika River, Shiv Mandir, this is West Udhampur, and Ashik Mir is in Rafiabad in North Kashmir. Let's start off with you, Ashik. So far, how healthy has been the voter turnout in North Kashmir in Rafiabad?
Well, exactly, Devika, we are witnessing a huge voter turnout in North Kashmir area, particularly in Kupwara, Manipura and Puri sector. With me is Uwais Nanda, who is an educator. We will try to speak with him. Uwais, how do you see the situation overall? People are coming to vote. Still, we have seen these people. They are waiting on queues. How do you see the situation overall?
The dance of democracy after 10 years. We have been able to cast our votes. So this is, we're seeing it from the prism that we will have our own elected government. We are the largest democracy in the world. And I don't think it was appropriate for a largest democracy in the world that we did not have an elected government. So that's why people are coming out in large numbers. They're casting their vote to have their own representatives out there. They will have a voice now in their assembly.
Yeah, Uwais, you are a huge icon here in the what are the issues, particularly we have already listened. Many people they are saying development is the major issue. Do you think only development is the issue here?
I think you should define the development. Development is it's a utopia. It's about education, it's about health, it's about sanitation. And obviously there are some political issues also which the youth is well aware about. And we want a resolution of all of them put together. Development has to mean education, health, as well as some of the political issues that are there.
So we have seen many regional parties put in their manifesto 370. Do you think 370 is the issue here, especially?
As you know, I'm an academician. 370 is gone for good. The Supreme Court has made a stamp on it. But yes, there are other ways by which we can have similar provisions. Like there is Article 371, which is operative in Northeast. We can have some provision like that. We can make a provision like 371 applicable to J&K also. This is a large democracy. India is a large democracy. Put together, European Union were more larger than European Union put together. So therefore, we can definitely chalk out a constitutional arrangement by which everybody will be happy, especially the youth, which is very aspirational.
The good thing is that these student filters, former student filters are turning up to their polling booths. How do you see this change in Jammu and Kashmir?
Absolutely. Violence in any form, in any manifestation by anybody, by state, by non-state actors, by anybody is condemnable. and violence cannot be condoned by anybody. This is a positive change that we do not have stone pelting, and I think that that now that youth have understood that violence is futile, they are now coming out, casting their vote, and they want their aspirations to be met through ballot.
Well, Devika, this is the youth what we are listening right now. I'm at the polling station.
Right,
I can
absolutely.
show you
I see a lot of security personnel also over there. You've spoken to the people. It's good to know that people have come out in large numbers. In comparison to Jammu division, we have seen in the last two phases that Kashmir has seen lesser number of people casting their vote. I'll come back to you. Let me also go to Jammu division, where my colleagues Ajay Jandyal and Arzu Seth have been giving us ground reports, have been covering the elections. Ajay, coming first to you, you are at Raipur Satwari polling station, and how have the numbers been thus far?
Megha, it's almost 10 hours of this polling, and what I have seen on the ground, that a number of people, they are still in the queue, and this is the beauty of what I can say here, because democracy only prevails when people understand their responsibility, and that is what they have shown. You can see that adequate number of people standing in the queues, and only we can say that 50 minutes are left, and people are waiting for their number so that they can cast their vote. They can choose a candidate whom they trust, and whom they feel that he can change their area, who can change the future of their constituency. Let's speak to the people over there here, that what they have to say. Sir, वोट डालने के लिए जाएंगे अभी आप? मैं देख रहा हूँ 10 घंटे हो गए हैं, लगातार लाइन इसी तरह से लगी। क्या सोचकर वोट करेंगे?
क्या करें सर,
कैसा कैंडिडेट चुनेंगे आप?
वोट तो करना ही पड़ेगा।
कैसा नुमाइंदा जो है आप चुनने वाले हैं इस बार जब वोट डालेंगे? क्या लगता है आपको?
वही जो हमारे काम आए, जो हमारा सब अच्छे से सेवा कर सके इन लोगों की, उसी को हम सिलेक्ट करेंगे।
10 सालों के बाद ये चुनाव हो रहे हैं। पहले 10 सालों से क्या परेशानी हो रही थी?
पहले काफ़ी मतलब ऐसे ही इधर कोई इतना देख रेख नहीं हो रही थी हमारे एरिया में। अभी देखते हैं, अब जैसा भी हमें अच्छा सा कैंडिडेट चुनेंगे तो।
युवा क्या चाहता है? नौकरियां, एजुकेशन क्या?
युवा यही चाहता है कि अच्छे से नौकरियां भी निकले, और भी हमारे जो भी हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन के काम चल रहे हैं वो भी आगे बढ़े, और भी सब कुछ नया खुले, कोई काम वगैरह खुले हमारे लिए।
Construction, education and other sectors are very important for them. Let's speak to the people over here that what they have to say. आप क्या सोचकर वोट डालेंगे जब वोट डालने जा रहे हैं?
सर, वोट इसलिए डाल रहे हैं कि लोग जो युवा है हमारे, उनको रोज़गार नहीं मिल रहा है, वो कठिनाई का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, और एजुकेशन इतनी उनके पास क्वालिफाई है बट रोज़गार नहीं है। तो मैं सरकार से ये विनती कर रहा हूँ, जो एमएलए बनेगा हमारे जम्मू कश्मीर का, जम्मू का, तो उसके प्लीज़ इनको थोड़ा देखें।
जो एमएलए बने अच्छे काम करे। सर, मैं देख रहा हूँ कि लंबी लंबी कतार है, ये सबसे पहले मुझे लगता है कि बेहतरीन तस्वीर इसकी।
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है। 10 साल के बाद हमारे ये असेंबली के पोल हो रहे हैं, तो इसलिए हर बंदा ये चाहता है कि हर यहाँ पे बढ़ चढ़ के भाग ले, और इसलिए कि हमारे जो पेंडिंग काम है वो पूरे हो चुके हैं। हाँ,
आपको क्या लगता है इस बार चुनावों में मुद्दा क्या है?
मुद्दा एक चीज़ को लेके नहीं है, हर चीज़ को लेके है। पूरे सेक्टर में हर काम चाहिए हमें यहाँ पे, पानी से लेकर रोज़गार तक, और डेवलपमेंट, हर चीज़ में डेवलपमेंट होनी चाहिए।
जब तक चुनाव नहीं हुए थे तो क्या दिक्कतें आ रही?
दिक्कतें तो ये तो देखते आ रहे हैं, 47 से देखते आ रहे हैं। अब होप यही है कि जो वहाँ अगला कोई कैंडिडेट्स आए, जो हम चुन रहे हैं जिनको, वो अच्छे से अच्छा प्रोग्रेस दे अपनी, और बेहतर काम करें बस।
So, Megha, people, what they are saying is that they want some, people, genuine people to come in the mainstream. They want a person to be elected so that he can, he can fight for their rights. Who can develop their area, who can solve their issues of the road connectivity, water supply, and electricity, and definitely the issue of the unemployment in Jammu Kashmir. That is also a major issue. Megha, what we have seen that during the poll coverage in Jammu as well as in the Kashmir region, most of the people, youngsters especially, they are worried about the future of the young, life. They want, drugs to be ended, because they are saying that the way basically drugs circulated in the Jammu and Kashmir, that creates some, panic among the people. They are seeing that how youngsters, they are going through this tough time, and they are addicted of the drugs. So that's why they want some government to be formed so that they can do something for stop this drug, in the market, and also they want youngsters to be engaged in that employment in the private sector, in the other, businesses, so that they will not go to such things. But we have seen that
absolutely. One of the important aspects that you have focused on, youth development, education, and particularly this illegal drug trade, which has taken the youth in its grasp, and that becomes a difficult situation, not just for the youth but the entire family, to pull that child out of this harmful addiction. Also on the telecast with me is Arzu Seth. She's in Devika Rivers Shiv Mandir. This is in West Udhampur. Arzu, what's the situation right now? Are there more people who have still come out, are casting their vote? Just about 40 to 45 minutes left till voting closes.
Well, yes, Megha, very good response of the voter. If we talk about the voter turnout, it is expected that the voter percentage will cross the 70% mark here in Udhampur, and which is very good. And right now, if I talk about, I'm on the banks of the river Devika, and you can see the visuals here. River Devika is known, Udhampur is known for the river Devika, and it is also known as the sister of the Ganga. And the Devika river is also known as this, sister of the river Devika, originates from the Udhampur district, and it flows down towards the West Punjab and now in the Pakistan, which where it emerges with the Ravi river. But people here have a local issue, and they are demanding that the upcoming government should work on the cleanliness of the river Devika. Apart from this, there has been an issue of unemployment. There has been an issue of opportunity here for the youngsters. I also have ladies with me, youngsters with me, to talk about their issues. Ma'am, क्या नाम है आपका?
रजनी देवी।
दीदी जी, आपने वोट डाला है, 10 साल बाद मौका मिला है। सबसे पहले तो बताइए कैसा लगा वोट डाल के?
बड़ी खुशी हुई वोट डाल के।
क्या कुछ मुद्दे थे जिनको ध्यान में रख के वोट डाला?
महिला की सुरक्षा का, और हमारे जहाँ तो कॉलेज बने थे हैं, स्कूल भी बने हुए हैं, लेकिन स्टाफ की बहुत कमी है। ऐसे तो देखने के लिए तो हमारा हॉस्पिटल अब जीएमसी बन गया है, लेकिन जीएमसी बना तो है, लेकिन स्टाफ की मुझे भी लगता है उधर कमी है। जब भी मतलब पेशेंट जाते हैं रात को तो डॉक्टर बिल्कुल नहीं होते हैं, उनको फ़ोन कर करके बुलाया जाता है डॉक्टरों को। जो बड़े डॉक्टर होते हैं वो घर में बैठे होते हैं, तो जो छोटे डॉक्टर होते हैं वो बैठे होते हैं। जो भी कोई पेशेंट आता है फिर उनको फ़ोन करके, उधर परमानेंट डॉक्टरों की जो बड़े डॉक्टर हैं ओपीडी में बैठते हैं, उनको रात को भी ड्यूटी देनी चाहिए उधर। हाँ,
so there is a lack of availability of the doctors here in the Udhampur hospitals. मैम, क्या नाम है आपका?
सुनीला कोतवाल।
सुनीला जी, आपने वोट डाला है, 10 साल बाद मौका मिला है, क्या कुछ, अगर महिला की बात करें तो आपने किस मुद्दे पर वोट डाला आज?
हमने इस मुद्दे पे वोट डाला है। एक तो यहाँ पे साफ़ सफाई नहीं है उधमपुर में, सड़कों की बुरी हालत है, यहाँ ड्रेनेज की इतनी बुरी हालत है, मेडिकल देखा जाए तो वो बुरी हालत है, हॉस्पिटलों की, एजुकेशन की बुरी हालत है। यहाँ पे किसी चीज़ की डेवलपमेंट है ही नहीं है, विकास नाम की कोई चीज़ ही नहीं है यहाँ पे। आप जहाँ पे हम खड़े हैं यहाँ पे देवका में आप खुद ही देख रहे हैं, यहाँ पे कोई डेवलपमेंट का काम नहीं है। अभी देखिए इतना करोड़, हज़ारों करोड़ यहाँ पैसा आया, अब ये जो पीछे स्टेयर है यहाँ पे मार्बल लगाई गई है, ये इतना आम रास्ता है। ये मतलब शिवनगर से लेके पीछे कथियाला है, गांव है, 19-10 वार्ड बाजार से सिटी से ये कनेक्ट यहाँ करता है। क्या यहाँ लगता है कि यहाँ पे ऊपर मार्बल होना चाहिए? क्योंकि जब बारिश होती है बहुत से महिलाएं, बुजुर्ग, बच्चे यहाँ स्लिप होते हैं। ये किसने यहाँ मार्बल की इनको मतलब कि राय दी है कि यहाँ मार्बल लगाया जाए? नंबर 1। नंबर 2, इतना बड़ा अगर आपने हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस है, यहाँ पहले मेले लगते थे बैसाखी के, वो इन्होंने बंद कर दिए। बहुत मुश्किल से यहाँ पे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी, जो सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता थे, उन्होंने आगे आके इसको डीसी जो भी रहे यहाँ पे, उनसे बात करी तो यहाँ पे हिस्टोरिकल वो मेला लगना शुरू हो गया। फिर भी यहाँ पे इतना वो चीज़ नहीं रही जो होनी चाहिए।
डन टू मेक इट अ हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस सो दैट पीपल कैन कम हियर एंड देयर शुड बी अ बिजनेस for the local people here in the Udhampur. Ma'am, क्या नाम है आपका?
My name is Mahalakshmi Trithar.
Ma'am, how did you see the election this time, and what are your issues if you talk about the local issues for the women and for all?
Mainly the first and foremost issue that we have, that is the development of this area, Devika, that we see nothing of the sort. We have heard that a lot of funds have been sent for this project, but we see no development at all. Funds have not been utilized fully. Where those funds have gone, we don't know. We want that it should be developed in a full way, in a whole funds should be utilized. That is our demand.
Okay. बात करें महिला सुरक्षा की, तो क्या महिला सुरक्षा उधमपुर में आप लोग फ्रीली घूम पा रहे हैं, जा पा रहे हैं बाहर?
हाँ, that is no issue. Ladies issue is no issue, but main issue is this Devka project. We want this the development here on the same scale, on the same pattern as we have in Kheer Bhavani in Srinagar. There you see that there are gardens near the entrance, and there are gardeners who are maintaining it. There are revolving these gates so that cattle may not come and destroy the buds and all the flower
is something
plants.
that the people of Udhampur in Devika river, this area where voting has been going on since 7 in the morning, are the ones who are demanding all these changes to take place, all this development to happen. I'll come back to you, Ashik. Now again, big ticket fights in the third phase. Who are these candidates? And they've come out and cast their vote early in the morning. But what has been the sentiment of the people on the ground?
Well, exactly. Deputy Chief Minister is fighting against the National Conference. He is contesting as an independent candidate. And the contest is still going on. We are still left, 30 minutes are still there, and people are still witnessing, people are still going inside to cast their vote. Uwais is still with me. Uwais, overall, if we see the scenario of this election, this is happening after 10 years. How do you see overall?
It's quite brilliant. We have the largest democracy, as I told you. So in a democracy, you do not have a bureaucratic structure operating all the time. That can only be in transitory phase. So now that the transitory phase is over, thankfully, everybody is very chuffed up. Everybody is very happy that now we will have our representatives who will voice our concerns. A bureaucrat, he hardly cares because he's a career bureaucrat. He will be there for 40 years. Right. On the contrast, a Democrat has to seek re-election after 5 years. So he has to be sensitive to the wishes of the people. So in that sense, people are happy that their aspirations will be met.
Another good thing what we witnessed in these elections, candidates have made and what contesting this election, and contesting first time. How do you think?
In a democracy, it's ludicrous to say that I am contesting elections. You cannot. If some party, a big party is contesting elections and another small party cannot. That is ludicrous. As many candidates, as many parties as there are, it's good for democracy. In fact, as many choices you have, as they say in economics, as many choices a public has, as better it is. So as many candidates you have out there, it's quite brilliant for democracy.
Great.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Ashik, yes, absolutely. In terms of the people's opinion, there have been more and more parties that have been formed, that have been floated. There are independents who are also fighting on tickets this election. So it's going to be interesting. It's at this point of time, the chances of the established parties, the National Conference, the PDP, of course the Congress and the BJP, Congress which has been aligned with the National Conference, remains to be seen whether they will be able to outperform these independent candidates and the parties that have been floated by these independent candidates. A number of them with erstwhile separatists. There's certain there have been individuals who've been behind bars and they have been released, and now they are campaigning. They were campaigning on the streets as well. So remains to be seen how the voters have reacted to these campaigns, and whether these campaigns and campaigners have resounded with the people on the ground. Okay, Ajay, coming back to you again. The tight fights in the third phase, 40 of these constituencies, several of them in Jammu. How have the people, reacted to the campaigning that had taken place? And how do you think the results are going to be?
See, Megha, these 40 seats basically are the main seats where every party basically is eyeing, because in 2014 election, BJP won most of the seat in the Jammu region, whereas in South Kashmir, PDP won most of the seats. But this time, after BJP and PDP alliance, what we have seen that PDP is facing tough time because people are angry because they did not wanted to basically be PDP to join hand with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that's why they are facing the consequences after forming government. So this time it was expected that National Conference could have done better in the North Kashmir, but after Engineer Rashid's entry in the politics, that has changed the we can say that spoiled the plan of the National Conference to get number of most of the seats and then form a government. But definitely the things has to be decided by the voters, and that's why I would speak to the voters here. She is a first time voter. कैसा लग रहा है, पहली बार वोट डालना है तो कैसे चुनावों में कैसे लोगों को चुनेंगे? लगता है पार्टी इंपॉर्टेंट है या फिर चेहरा इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा?
No, I'm feeling very prestigious to give my first vote today, and it's very important to. It's a right to vote, and I'm specially coming from my college and giving my vote today, and it's for everyone that we should write. We should vote for our betterment, for our that what we want. So we should give the vote.
And what do you think of? Like, you think, do you think that the government who basically revoked 370 from the Jammu and Kashmir, they are doing better? You want alliance partner to be strengthened?
No, it's very good that 365 has vanished, 370 have vanished. It's very good in private sector also. It's good for students. They can for job opportunities. It's getting vast.
So Megha, you can see that after the abrogation of 370, there are a number of things which has happened in the Jammu and Kashmir, because if you talk about the Jammu region and some part of the Kashmir as well, they believe that whatever happened after the abrogation of 370, that is right, and that is not going to affect the BJP. But as far as the Kashmir-based political parties are concerned, if you talk about the opposition parties, they believe that saying and going to the people and saying that we will come back with the 370, which is not technically possible for the any alliance partner or assembly in the Jammu and Kashmir, because it is only the center has to decide. So it's only we can say that tactics of the political leaders to get number of votes, number of seats in the Jammu and Kashmir. But at the end of the day, people those who are standing in the queue, they have the right to choose a person or form a government, elect a person.
And they are definitely exercising their franchise here. Arzu, the same question. On the ground, the key candidates that are fighting on the 40 constituencies, Jammu division, what has been the perception of the people?
Well, Megha, if you talk about Udhampur, there has been 4 assembly constituencies on which the candidates are in the fray, and there is a strong competition here between the candidates. But if we talk about the picture, will be more clear if we talk directly to the voters that have casted their votes today. Sir, on what issues have you casted your vote today? And do you think the change has come in Udhampur in previous years, from previous years?
Yes, first of all, the the election has taken place after 10 years, so it is quite interesting to know that finally we got our representatives in the assembly, and we can and finally the state UT has going to get its popular government. And when you have your popular government, obviously the pace of the work and the pace of the government project will definitely increase, and we have some people to be put on accountability, and without, I think, representatives, we have no one to put in accountability. So this is a very big factor, and after 10 years it's a huge, and the voter turnout that turned out to be today, and specifically in the rural areas, it's exceptional well, and we are hoping for the change, we are hoping for the good governance in
Yes, so people are hoping for a good governance and hoping that the change will come after they will have a chief minister in Jammu and Kashmir. Sir, क्या नाम है आपका?
Harsh.
Harsh, how do you see the change in Udhampur, and what are your issue on which you have casted your vote today?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो जो मुद्दे रहते हैं जनता के, बिजली, सड़क, पानी, वो हर इलेक्शन में रहता है, वो चाहे आम चुनाव हैं, चाहे विधानसभा के चुनाव हैं, चाहे वो लोकसभा के चुनाव है, वो रहता है। लेकिन जम्मू कश्मीर में इस बार हिस्टोरिकल ये है कि 370 टूटने के बाद और 35 से टूटने के बाद ये पहले आम चुनाव चल रहे हैं। तो इससे जो भी रिजल्ट आएगा तो वो पूरे देश में और पूरे विदेश में, मेरे को तो लगता है पूरे विश्व में एक मैसेज जाने वाला है यहाँ से। इसलिए ये चुनाव, आज के चुनाव जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है और इनके जो रिजल्ट्स आने वाले हैं शायद एक बहुत बड़ा मैसेज लेके आ रहे हैं साथ।
लेकिन कुछ पार्टीज हैं, अगर एनसी की बात करें, जो बात करती हैं दोबारा से आर्टिकल 370 लाने की, उसको किस तरीके से देख रहे हैं?
देखिए, आर्टिकल 370 एक कहानी थी, वो ख़त्म हो चुकी है, उस पर हमारे सुप्रीम कोर्ट की भी मोहर लग चुकी है। तो एनसी जैसी पार्टीज जो आज भी आर्टिकल 370 को जो सपोर्ट कर रही हैं और लोगों में एक भ्रम फैला रही हैं, वो एक लोगों के साथ सरासर धोखा है, क्योंकि 370 वापस आने वाला नहीं है।
Okay.
और यहाँ के
all right, fair enough.
370 टूटने के
I
बाद
guess a number of people in Jammu, where you are, Udhampur, are happy with the government of India. They wanted abrogation of Article 370, which has happened, and they see that they the rollback of abrogation is something that they don't think will happen in the coming future as well. All right, on that note, I only have as much time. Thank you, Ajay Jandal. He's in Jammu right now. Arzu also in Jammu, in Udhampur, and Ashik Mir in North Kashmir. It has been a long day for you, and just about half an hour to go till the voting gets over.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.